Bro, stop judging me, Jesus. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I hope you can read. If not, you shouldn't be on this channel. Today we'll be going through my sadly rejected but still Sheridan animation portfolio. To be honest, I don't have any hard feelings about the fact that I didn't get in, because honestly I sort of was expecting that because, well, I'm still in my last year of high school. I have shitload of things to do. This is my score sheet, and as you can see, I got pretty decent 81%. I think that's a really good score. I really was expecting like maybe 60, maybe 70 if I got lucky, and I actually got 81. So yeah, I checked that in the middle of my class in school. I almost got choked when I saw that. Well, enough about that. Let's just jump right into what I got from each subject and what I think I should do to, get more. So let's start. So the first task I will be talking about is figure drawing. I got 13 out of 15 on this task. Figure drawing is separated into two categories: short poses and long poses. So let's start with short poses. I did two, one 3-minute and one 3.5 minute. I think that I lost the points here because I drew the hands and feet very simplified. Like, I saw that many highly rated, 15 out of 15 had the hands and feet drawn. So I think that I should fix that in order to get the full marks. And for long poses, I did one that was 15 minutes and one that was 20. I lost some points because of 15 one, bottom half of the body isn't done that great when it comes to anatomy. Like, that's not a human feet. So I think that's where I lost the points here. So the second task is the character turnaround. This is actually my best rated task. I got 14 out of 15. Wait, what? I was actually really shocked about it because I was really proud of it, but I didn't expect that score. I think that I lost that 1 point either because the character design is pretty complex and it would translate good to the animation, but it will be a pain in the ass to animate, or the perspective of feet of the character is pretty messed up, especially visible when you compare the sides view, 3/4 front and 3/4 back. And well, that's either of those few things where I lost the point. But actually, bro, 14 out of 15, that's a really good score. The third thing that we'll be looking at is the short animation. Yeah, I got 12 out of 15. I'm really happy with this score. So the task was to animate this little hard drive character doing some kind of task. I think I did a pretty decent job. However, I think that I lost those 3 points. One, because the line art is pretty sloppy at times. I was doing it a week before a deadline, so I didn't have time to make it better. The second thing, hard drive goes off the model a lot. Drawing on model is still something that I really struggle with, and we will see that again in the storyboard section. Third thing that I think I must have lost some points on, the perspective in the hard drive isn't really clear. And well, I think that in the future, I will need to use a grid. However, I didn't really want to do that because I really wanted to do it as fast as I could because I was really running late, okay? The fourth task that was given was the storyboard. In the portfolio, you get a character and the prompt, and the prompt that we were given was when you enjoy the process, your goal becomes a milestone, not a finish line. I did a story about this kitten that wanted to bake a cake for a party. They got a little carried away and did multiple, complex desserts. I got a 12 out of 15 here. I think that the main reason why I lost those 3 points is one, the character again goes off the model a few times, and well, as I said, it's something I really struggle with. The second thing I might have lost some points on the second page, 2 panels are really similar. Maybe, you know, there is a little zoom in on the kitty when they try the butter. I think it might have come across a little lazy. Maybe, I am not really sure. Third thing that I think that might have been a problem, there is one panel on the last page. It was supposed to be like the Remy from Ratatouille making the soup pose, but I wasn't able to fix that. I was doing like multiple times and I couldn't figure this out. The last, you know, like proper task that we got is the perspective line drawing, and this is the part of the portfolio where I lost the most points, getting only 9 out of 15 on them. It really hurts my feelings a little. I can sort of see why. So let's start from the indoor perspective. First of all, the line work here is really inconsistent. I did the table line art, and I really didn't know how to translate it, you know, like to the back, but I had like 2 days before the deadline. So I did as I do it normally, and now it really looks inconsistent. The second thing that I think may be a problem is the fact that in many portfolios that are best graded have, you know, a clear foreground, middle ground, and background. And well, you can't really see that here. There is literally no foreground, there is a little bit of middle ground, but it's really big, and there is background in the corridor. And I think that might be the reason why I lost so many points. But another thing that I might have lost some points on is the fact how sloppy the color work is. My markers were running out. As I said, I was doing the few days before the deadline, and I didn't have time to order new ones. So yeah, I could have fixed it in like some program, but I guess I didn't think of it then. The last thing is that many well-graded portfolio pieces have a lot of clutter, and as you can see, there is very little going on here. So yeah, in the future I will probably get some more stuff in the shot. Another thing that I only now notice is that one of the things they grade is composition, and like there is literally no composition going on here. I don't know what type of composition it would be. Diagonal? Maybe? Not really. Yeah, I didn't think about the composition when I was doing it at all. I literally forgot about it. And now the outdoors, I have a little less to talk about it here because many things are in the same way for the indoors and outdoors. Main thing that I think that might have cut some points in here is the fact how loose the whole piece is. Like, maybe they really wanted very organized backgrounds. I usually see, you know, like best graded pieces be really organized. In this piece, there are many things that aren't really, you know, like specific. So for example, look at the grass, right? It's not exactly what they expect to get, and there is a high chance that this is the reason why I lost so many points here. That's something to take to consideration in next year application. The last category, and the one that is worth the most points, and that is the personal artworks. This year they did a sort of weird way because you got to send like multiple pieces in different categories. Hard for me to explain, so I just won't. The first thing that I sent were the drawings of hands. So we are supposed to draw 3 hands doing some kind of motion. So in the case of my drawings, is throwing a tube of paint. That's actually one of, if not literally the best artwork in my whole portfolio. I am so proud of it. So I have nothing to tell here, maybe except from the fact that in the bottom hand, the fingers are a little too narrow. towards the end. I really don't think that I lost some points here, but I think I might have lost some in still pieces. I've sent one painting, one drawing done by markers in grayscale, and one digital drawing. There is nothing to say about the marker drawing. I think that this is completely fine. I am still really proud of it, despite it being over 1 year old. I think I might have lost some points for how the hand looks in the drawing of Finn, not sure really. From those 3 pieces, the one that I think that probably lost some points for me is the one with the green light, because the hue difference between the light and the shadow is a little too small. I should have bring in more cold colors in the shadows, because the whole piece is pretty warm, if that makes sense. And you know, like, shadows should be more blue, colder than the light. That's maybe something I lost some points on. Another thing that we could send sample animation. So I've sent my Dreamcore animation meme. But I think about it, like, you know, there was this really serious professor person watching my animation meme. I guess this is also animation, right? This is also storytelling. You can go to my page and watch the whole thing. When it comes to this one, I think I might have lost some points because there are some places where anatomy isn't too great. Especially this shot and this shot. They're nuh-uh, man, nuh-uh. Part of the personal drawings that was mandatory was the sketchbook. They asked to send 15 pages from the sketchbook. What did I send? The first 2 pages that I've sent had shots of my characters Finn and Noah. Very deep monologues, like, I'm 14 and this is deep monologues. I sent it because first of all I cooked those portraits, and I also wanted to show that, you know, I have my own characters and they have their stories and interact with each other. Finn is depressed and and stuff like that. Another 2 pages that I sent, my What is Art page, I wanted to show that, you know, I also think about what I actually do. Why does it matter? What isn't art? Philosophy. I might have lost some points for the anatomy, but I don't think that matters really, because, you know, like, this page isn't about that. Another thing is a storyboard for my hopefully next animation meme that I am really looking forward to finally starting actually animating. I've sent it because I wanted to show that I actually have an interest in doing my own animation even before I go to the school, and that I plan ahead what I want to do. And I actually think that I have many interesting ideas when it comes to this particular animation meme. So I really wanted to show that I really tried to use like 100% possibilities of the medium. Another 2 pages that I've sent, quick poses of swan-like ballet. I did 2 dance sequences on top of each other. White swan solo and there is black swan solo. And one is done in blue and one is done in red, and when you turn on lights of the opposite color, right, it shows. I'm so proud of this idea, but well, execution is a little worse. Proportions of the characters are so inconsistent. Oh my god. Those short poses aren't actually really that good, but I wanted to show it because I'm just so proud of the idea. So another page that I've sent is the one that I did when I realized I had only 2 weeks towards the deadline and I really needed to do some stuff in my sketchbook. So this is just my setup. The proportions are really fucking off. Well, I saw that many people sent drawings of their environments, so I thought that, well, it's a pretty good idea. Everything I see when I look at it is that the proportions are fucking terrible. Another piece that I've sent, just a little doodle I did, I think the same night. It's pretty bad. Actually, it's not that good. Another page, these are eyes of my OCs. So from the top, Finn Noah, Alice, Eva, and Lizzie. And I wanted them to portray different emotions using only eyes. I could have done a better job. What is Noah thinking about? I thought that idea is more important than execution in this case. Next page is a floor plan of Noah's whole apartment. I added it because I wanted to show that the environments of those characters figured out when I do like storytelling, to the degree where I really think about the world my characters live in, how they interact with it. Another page. This is actually the last thing that I did, the whole portfolio, so I was like really speedrunning at this point. And I also wanted to show like maybe a little of my sketching and things like that, how I do my sketch before the line work, so I didn't erase it at all. I'm proud of it, but it's nothing special, I think. I also wanted to show my hatching, which is actually done not that well. One of the pages I will censor because there are too many spoilers. My characters. And the last page is my character Alice in different outfits because her passion is sewing. So what I think I might have lost some points on is the fact that everything I've sent were characters. Like there are only characters here. If I wanna do animation for a living, I need to draw more than only characters, especially looking at the fact that majority of those pieces feature like 4 or 5 the same characters over and over again. Very likely reason why I've lost some points in this category. That's my whole portfolio. What I have to say, there is definitely room for improvement. Very many things that I've lost points on could have been avoided if I wasn't speedrunning this. That's something I will be able to avoid when I will be doing my portfolio in my gap year. That's all I had to say. I hope this video will be helpful for anyone that wants maybe to go to Sheridan to apply there, or just entertaining for people who wanted to watch me yap for I don't know even how long. So thank you so much for watching. See you guys in next video, hopefully sooner than in 6 months, and bye.